Okay, we are going to conduct our last interview, and this is somebody who is very, very special to me, my sponsor, my friend. She is one of the leading forces in UFI, so I'll go ahead and let her introduce herself.
Oh, I just want to hug you right now. Okay, let me hug you really quickly. Gosh, it's the end. I have so many feelings. My name is Maya Noble, and I help with some of the training and classes for UFI. And it's so funny because you say, just special to you. And I just want to say how special you are to me. And you are the leading force and in so many spaces, in so many areas. And I love to watch your flame just grow and ignite other areas. And it's just like your ripple is far and wide. And I'm so proud of you.
Oh, thank you.
Yep.
Oh, that's so sweet. Okay, so Maya, you have been pretty much a part of UFI since the beginning, right?
Actually, the second year I got involved, and I was kind of just watching DeAndre just kind of from the background, just see his vision come to life of what he wanted to do, and we work together in other spaces, and so see him grow in those other spaces, and really just become a leader in behavioral health, peer delivered services, and policy and advocacy in across the Tri-County area and really the state. And so then him wanting to do UFI and having this vision, and he had his like really close people as he started it, because when you have a dream, you really got to be protective, and really protect that dream and protect that vision and that energy, and he did that, and I came along in the second year. Okay, just got to be a part of it.
I know we rode to the summit together last year. We rode together this year too, and so we got to experience our first year together, and the room that we had the first time around was phenomenal. But when I tell you, we pulled up to this house on Saturday, and literally both of us were like starstruck. It was like we walked into MTV Cribs. I did post a little snippet of a video. It's kind of at fast speed, so you didn't get the whole effect, but everybody on the team got the whole effect, right? And I think that is part of what DeAndre delivers, is that he, many of you know his story, you follow him, you know where he came from, right? And so to be able to provide spaces like this for the people that support him and that he supports and that he loves, to be able to be like, hey, come be a part of this, chill, heal, let's break bread, let's go fishing and just enjoy each other's company. He delivered this year, and shout out to Sarita too, because I know that she is always behind the scenes working diligently to make sure that all the puzzle pieces fit together and that our experience can be what it is. And so, so how are you feeling, as opposed to, like, I know last year we didn't really know what to expect when we showed up. And then this year, a few people that I've interviewed said it was kind of like, it's like we're the family cookout or the family reunion. We get to come back together. And so how were you feeling when we got here?
When we got here, I was a little frazzled. I have so much stuff going on at home, so many things at life pulling me in so many different directions, that I literally we pulled up to this house, and almost like that little girl in me started to come out and play and just like run through the house and see all the rooms and open the curtains and look at the view, and just like almost instantly, like I could feel my shoulders just kind of release. I could feel that tightness start to just kind of just release, and just how fun it was just to get into this house and go look and explore. And we've explored and we've lived in this, so we're not going to give you a tour right now. It's the last day. We should have did a slow tour on the first day. Right. We've been working in here. So, but that was just, but then I started to get nervous, right? We have a lot of people coming, and just wanted to make sure that we would be able to give them what, even a small piece of what they came looking for, right? And it's a big, heavy burden to say, we want to provide a healing space for Black folks. And I take it very seriously, right? Like I wanted it to be just a really good 3 days for all the folks who attended. And so I started to get a little nervous, like, oh my gosh, is this going to turn out right? And the thing is that when it's put together with love and intention and willingness to step up, like things work itself out. So there was some like things didn't go exactly how we planned, but they went exactly how they were meant to.
Yeah.
And so that was, so I was nervous and feeling all that stuff. And
yeah, I think so too. It's like, it's different to show up and just be a participant, like somebody who's just coming to do the things. And then this year being behind the scenes and kind of like, we're supposed to be here at this time. We're supposed to be here at that time. And, and just making sure, like you said, it is a lot of pressure to provide this space for our people to come and heal and have community. But it just flowed, even when we felt like we were behind or we felt like we had to fill this in for that or whatever. It was like, just like you said, it went exactly how it was supposed to go. And the amount of smiles and laughter and tears and hugs and just, it was, words can't even express what you could feel in that room when you were in there with everybody. You know what I mean? It was just such a beautiful, beautiful thing. And so, what do you think was probably the most impactful space or moment or anything for you while you were here this week?
I mean, there were a couple highlights. I mean, all the things were highlights. I mean, first of all, Spades game was fun.
Yeah, Spades was fun my first time.
Boo, Shane and Osh. You better not walk in an alley with that money. I'm gonna get you. We have fun, right? And that's an act of resistance. Like, how do we combat like white supremacy and racism and all of those things, all those isms and all that stuff? Is one of the biggest act of resistance is joy.
Yeah.
And love and laughter and having, that's how we can take our power back in those small ways. And so the game night was fun.
Yeah.
The two things that really stood out to me, like in the workshops, is the affirmation exercise was pretty huge for me. And what I really took from that is DeAndre is really skilled at talking about the neuroscience behind the brain and how we store like trauma. And sometimes I need that just to see like, it's just not something wrong with me, right? This is how it works. These are how our brains create protectors and how we process it. When I'm just coming off, the flashing on somebody, it's actually like this protective part of my brain that's reacting, and I need to use the thought part of my brain, all of those things. And he explains it in a way where I can absorb the information, and it's not too academic or elitist language where normal folks, can't absorb what he's saying. And so I really appreciated that exercise, and I think it was really needed after the first night, because we talked about a lot of heavy things, and I thought it was great. And I really, really liked your what you were just going to present on. This is some of the work that you're doing, but it created this conversation really organically that a lot of folks were experiencing. And some of it was about biracial identity, and some of it was about just like lived experience of being, how folks were feeling of not accepted in their communities, and how when it's from our own communities, just how painful that is.
Yeah.
And I'm a believer that when we open those conversations up, it's not just bringing up people's trauma, but it's also an opportunity when we talk about that to heal. Like, and those are the spaces that we can. So those are the two things that just really, I really look forward to seeing how that workshop and that conversation is going to continue to blossom and unfold throughout even the next 6 months or year, even 5 years, because I think people are craving that. And so I really am excited to see where that's going to go. And I also, like I said, I really enjoyed DeAndre's. So
That's really good. Really, really good. So impactful, and just like you said, really important conversations that we might not have ever felt like we could have before. And I really liked when one person had said like the internalized shame that we feel, right? Around even wanting to express ourselves or even saying that we carry this trauma or anything like that. Like, again, coming from that generation where kids are to be seen and not heard and stay in a kid's place and don't talk about this. What goes on in the home stays in the home and all of those things. And I think that it really showed in so many different shades of black, right? That we all are carrying that weight. And we need a place to unload it, because it always reminds me of that Erykah Badu song, Bag Lady, you know? And it's like, we get to put our bags down today. We get to set down our bags and we get to move on from that stuff, and we get to heal. And, you know, I think that across the board, everybody who shared, the death doula, DeAndre, me, DJ Aspen, like you, G Wade, like everybody who was able to facilitate that container, that safe container for all of us to share. It was just a beautiful, like, example of, we get to heal out loud. We get to have these conversations. We get to make it open and bring light to it so that other people can see that you can do this, and you can talk about whatever you need to talk about, and you can set those bags down and you can continue to move on and grow and heal. And we all know that healing doesn't happen right away, that it's a process, and we continue to pull the layers back. And I'm just so grateful that we have community to do it in now, you know, and like last year was my first year here too. And I was nervous, and I was really, really almost scared to come into this space because, you know, struggling with my blackness being accepted or my black card being valid has been an experience of my life, right? And so, like I always share, DeAndre just opened up that space where he was like, we're not looking at none of that this weekend. You know what I mean? Everybody belongs here. I handpicked the people that are in this room, and I won't forget that. You know, it's like, I handpicked the people that are in this room, and we're all family and treat each other that way, you know? And so, yeah. So it has been a beautiful week. We've had so much stuff. Maya, I just appreciate you and I love you, and we had so much fun. Thank you for showing me how to play spades. That was great. I was talking to Jamal earlier. We taught her how to talk shit at the spades table. That's the most important part, right? You can't play spades if you don't talk shit. Yes, I know. So much fun. It cannot be nice. It cannot be nice. So now we have a 3-hour drive home, back to the world of human doings instead of human beings. I will share this one piece too, is like, Maya and I came back to the house and we got to lay here and just chill and be in the silence, right? Like, we're moms and grandmas and managers and directors and, you know, all the things. And just sitting in this house, there's no light pollution. There's no noise pollution. There's just like stillness and quietness is exactly what my soul was craving, you know? And so it was beautiful.
And us looking at the stars, right? I mean, just how important it is, you know, it's part of it's part of our nervous system. It's part of our sleep cadence, like darkness and lightness and all of those things, and being able to just shut down, being outside, touching grass, looking at the sky is such a part of your mental wellness, right? And we don't get those opportunities. And so to come out here, we went the first night, we went and found the moon, as Kaylee would say. We went and found the moon. We looked at the stars and the Aquarius. Constellation was, you know, it just, I mean, there were so many different signs, and I just, it's all together creates healing, and we need all of it. We needed the house. We needed to look outside. We needed to be outside, the fresh air, the clean air. All of the staff were really welcoming. Even the other guests were, you know, nobody really invaded our spaces or anything like that. We just got to be together.
Yeah. So what's the biggest takeaway you think that you're leaving with?
You know, I think one of the biggest things that, like, the opposite of so many of the ailments that I have is relationships. So it's like, the addiction for me, it's connection. For depression, it's connection, relationships, so all of those things. And so what I'm taking away from this one is the relationships. And the more that I come to the Healing Summit, the deeper the relationships that they become from the other folks that are here.
Yeah.
And so when I see them in spaces, I'm like, I hug them. I'm excited to see them. I'm excited to hear about what they're doing, and to see that growth over the last year. It's like that's what fills my cup, and I'm excited to go back in the community and see how this is being spread out through the community, and then come next year and see what people are doing again.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
including you,
right.
especially you.
Oh, thank you. All right. Well, we are headed home, so thank you, and see you next year.
Bye. Beepo.